Good morning everybody and welcome to the Stags World Sunday Supplement with me, Nigel Pinnock. I'm joined immediately by Mansfield Town Chairman Andy Perry. Andy, 2 wins in the space of 5 days. What crisis?
I wasn't aware at all.
Well, the fact that the fans were getting concerned, 2 in 12, you know?
Yeah, well, I always say April is the D-Day, isn't it? So we're always going to get the odd blip and that. And we're fourth in the table, obviously in the league, and you know, it does make a difference when you win. There's no doubt about it. To your psychology of the club, the fans, the emotions, etc. And I think especially today, it was a bit after the Lord Mayor's show in a way. It was quite a subdued atmosphere in a way today. But and I think I suppose it's the first time I can remember that the North Stand was actually shut as well. So there was no actual fans in there. So it made it quite a strange day. So but no, highly delighted, and we're, like I say, fourth in the league, and you know, we're back on a winning run, aren't we? So.
The decision to close the North Stand, is that going to be a more regular thing with these sorts of support with the SAG? Were they happy enough with that? Yeah,
we've had the support from the police. Carl Gavitas, who's obviously our local policeman for the club, he recommended it to the safety advisory group. So now it's gone well today. It will be definitely in place for Forest Green next Saturday, and obviously we'll judge it game by game. So as long as we don't have any issues with segregation, which we shouldn't have, and you know, and our fans respect that as well. You know, football banter's one thing. As long as we don't cross that line, you know, let's we're helping save the football club money.
It doesn't seem prevalent in this league particularly for there to be any sort of violence or major animosity between clubs at this level. Why do you think that is different between the conference type clubs and perhaps the Football League, where issues seem to be far greater in that level? Is it anything that you've got an answer for?
I haven't, to be honest. I think when you're in the Football League, you always tend to say that the further down the leagues you get, it tends to be a bit tastier on the terracing. We've gone out to the Football League, and it certainly doesn't take it that way. So I really haven't got an answer for that. I'm just hoping it's that sort of atmosphere that's at Field Mill now. That what we're trying to do here, make it a friendly club to be at, a family-orientated club, and nobody feels they want to actually act in that type of behaviour.
A week's a long time in football, they say that. A week's a long time for a chairman. Cast your mind back to a week ago today, that horrible defeat in the dying seconds at Rushden and Diamonds, and then 2 games later we seem to be back on track. How have your emotions been in the last 7 days?
Yeah, I think Tuesday night was the important one. We came, you know, on a very, it's half full, not half empty, and looked at a lot of the bigger pictures on things. And I think the game at last Saturday at Rushden was a disappointment, but not a disaster. You know, the luck wasn't running for us. We see that we had some luck at the start of the season. We were knocking goals in for fun. The run of the ball was going our way, etc. Now we've had these injuries, the sendings off. Own goal was a freak own goal. He just had confidence in looking at the manager, looking at the players. I mean, I tell you what, Friday afternoon at 12:30, I go out my way to go after they've trained, and they have something to eat when they're having this sing-song that they have, and this, that and the other. It's a great togetherness down there, and you've got so much confidence in the lads moving forward, so it was never an issue.
And how much do you feel a part of that togetherness? Because I know you're very hands-on with the club. How much do you feel a part of what happens around David Holdsworth?
Because you feel a part of it all, you want to be a part of something, but not. But you're mindful. You want to give people the breathing space so they can do their own job. And David's his own man, and we work very well together. And as long as that keeps happening, this club will go from strength to strength.
The reason I ask that is I wonder if there's something of a fear for me of divide and conquer. I've heard 2 interviews in the last 24 hours about potential signings and players coming in, and I've heard you say quite clearly, as far as you're concerned, you will cut your cloth to what we can afford and what we can't afford. I've heard the manager say that he respects that. Is there a little bit of sort of mischievous journalism going on here to try and, you know, to create a story that's not actually there? Things are fine between you and David, aren't they?
Oh, tremendous. No, we've got a good relationship. We're you know, we speak every day. He pops on his way into the club for coffee at our house. Everything, you know, we really have got a good relationship. But it's what's best for the football club. And it's like at any walk of life. I've got a business. My manager's there, always pushing for that extra, squeezing the extra couple of quid here and there. the gaffer is no different, and what he tries to play in is my heartstrings for the love of football. And say, well, you know, the ideal situation would be, well, let's just bring another centre half in for cover. I haven't got a problem with that, and he hasn't, but he realises that we're trying to get somebody out of a Blackburn or who's not playing out at a lower level, but they're saying they must play. A goalkeeper coming from, say, a Forest, but he must play. Well, you're not going to put him in instead of Alan Marriott, and if he doesn't, he's going to be commanding a very big fee. So at the moment, we're just trying to get the balance in between getting the right person in for the job, but there will be cover. And that is the problem we're getting. There's nobody who can actually get in for cover from a higher level or our level that we can't guarantee them a place, and if they can't, they're not going to come. So that's the difficulty. So at the moment, yeah, there is a bit of plagiarism within the press, but also it works the other way as well. We enjoy ourselves with the plagiarism with the press as well. So
with that creative journalism in mind, you have actually succumbed and had your belly tickled. We've got a goalkeeper coming in tomorrow, haven't we? Am I right?
I don't know.
I'm your press. You own me.
Yes. No. Yeah. That's correct. But
tell us about
it. You have to ask the gaffer more on it. No, he's got a lad coming from Grimsby Farm as well. I don't know his name, to be honest. He just said got somebody coming in. He's needs some cover because Alan's obviously a bit sore at the moment. And but we have looked in other areas as well. And there was a keeper that was at the club a few years ago who's left Notts County now. And the gaffer.
We're not having Sol Campbell, are we?
Yeah, he's not fit to lace our boots at this club, I can assure you. But Pilk's left obviously Notts County, and there was an interest there because he's looking for a coaching role as well. So we're looking at the bigger picture. But I think Tam was showing an interest for him to be a first team goalie. So obviously, he feels he's got something left in there. So all the time we are looking around, but I can assure you there's no issues in the background. I think you'll be the first to see that. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, you know, to be fair, looking at this football club as a semi-outsider, if you like, I can't ever remember this situation where we have such an open dialogue, not only with the manager, but with the chairman, and things being reciprocated both ways. It's important to maintain that relationship, isn't it?
Oh, we think so. We've tried to be as open, as transparent as we can, to the point of where you can only go so far. There's certain things within in football, not just football as a business, that you keep in house and move forward in the right way. But I think as far as football fans are concerned, there's probably a certain amount of stuff that they've been kept away from over the years, which in a way they've probably got a right to really know what's going off at times. And also as a football fan, I would have liked to know a few of the bits that's going off, and I've looked at some of the stuff that I've said, and I thought, well, why not? Let's say what's really going off out there or inside the four walls. Like,
it's safe to say, no matter what anybody thinks, you're always on the lookout for players, whether that player's going to cost you £1,000 a week, which is a lot of money at this level, or £150 a week paying part of his wages. You're always going to be on the lookout.
Exactly. I mean, Levi Portin from Leicester, he's on we can imagine a very good wage from Leicester. We don't pay a penny. So I think they're actually looking at wanting him to go back now as well, because he's had some good training with us, a bit of a run out. So we'll have to see where that's going at the moment. But we'll always at this level. But never mind, we've got Big Pezza back on now. That's it. His band's over with, which is great. I'm hoping Nixie comes through. But I'm saying that Stevie Eisted come off the bench, and I think we'll all admit he's done a good job today. And and he got beyond on the midfield and the strikers as well in the last 10 minutes or so, which was not nice to see. So I think Stephen's got something to add into the squad, because he's not really had a good run out. And obviously we've still got Darryl Clare coming off the bench. I suppose he's coming on in difficult situations at times, hiding to nothing when Duffy knocks a hat-trick in, and quite interesting to what some of these wood clangers of the course say about Mr Duffy now.